If you are selected for a scholarship, you may be invited for an interview. It will depend on the scholarship that you have been selected for. Some scholarships do not have interviews, and others have interviews. And mostly, interviews are a follow up of what you have written in your scholarship applications. So, when you prepare for your interview, be sure to go through your scholarship application again, and the documents or the materials that you submitted for your application. Sorry, my dog is barking. He's barking for nothing. Okay, so let's look at possible questions that can be asked during interviews. The questions are not exhaustive. I just picked common ones that are often asked during scholarship interviews. Before I do that, please get your scholarship application document tool through the link in the description. The tool will help you to write your own scholarship application documents like your CV, your personal statement, your study plan, your research proposal. So get it through the link in the description. I've already explained that you may be called for an interview, and you have to be prepared for your interview. You should know what you have written in your scholarship application. You should also know what you have written and on the documents that you have submitted so that you don't contradict yourself during the interview. Let's have a look at possible questions that may be asked during the interview. Of course, the first question may be about tell us about yourself. You should introduce yourself. You should tell the committee who you are. You should give them your academic background and then also your professional background and how your academic and professional background have shaped you or have led you to where you are at this moment. Here's an example. I hold a bachelor's degree in counseling from the University of Botswana. You can also start by saying my name is, for the sake of the presentation and the space here, I did want to add a lot of details, but start with introducing yourself, your names, your full names. And then I hold a bachelor's degree in counseling from the University of Botswana. My passion for mental health stems from personal experience. Growing up without immediate family support, I've worked as a volunteer counselor at Lifeline and SOS and served as a peer counselor and intern during my studies. These experiences deepen my commitment to supporting others through mental health challenges, especially youth and university students. Why did you choose this field of study? You should be in a position to defend your study. Why did you choose that study? Perhaps you were applying for a master's degree or your PhD. Why did you choose that particular study? You have to give like a story. You have to have a story of why you have to have a story that links to the field that you have chosen. Here's an example. Mental health has always been close to my heart due to my own childhood experience. I witnessed how mental health support can change lives. That personal connection inspired me to pursue counseling and now to further my knowledge through a master's in mental health to expand my capacity to serve others. So you see that there is a background that led to this person choosing the field of mental health. So, in your case, you should look at your background. What was your experience, and how did it lead to you choosing your field? Why do you want to study in Australia at this university? It could be in any other country. Why do you want to study in the UK? So you should be in a position to explain why Australia out of all the countries and why this particular university that you have chosen. Australia is known for that's an example. Australia is known for its robust mental health programs and community based approaches. The University of Queensland offers a practice focused MSc mental health program that aligns with my goals to open a community mental health practice and partner with local NGOs in Botswana. Here, you should not talk about the weather. I chose Australia because the weather is nice. I love the summers and all that. That is not necessary, but you have to your response should go back to the program, should go back to the your studies, not personal reasons. You did not, you, even if you chose the country for personal reasons, don't mention your personal reasons, but you should mention academic reasons. And then, what are your long term career goals? You should explain your long term career goals, and don't say, my long term career goals is to find a job in Australia or to find a job in whatever country the scholarship has been awarded, or whatever country that has awarded you the scholarship. Don't do that, but your long term career goals should have an impact. They should not sound selfish. They should show that you are going to make an impact after your studies. Here's an example. My goal is to establish a mental health center that offers counseling, workshops, and outreach, especially for vulnerable populations. I also plan to work with universities to improve mental health services for students and raise awareness through local collaborations. So you see that this person is intending to make a long term impact in their community. How will this scholarship help you make an impact in your community? You need the scholarship to get your degree. So, after you get the scholarship, what impact? How will this help you make an impact? So, you should also link back to your studies that you need to get your degree, you need to get your master's, you need to get your PhD, and after getting that degree, how is that going to make an impact? Already the scholarship is going to make an impact by funding your studies. After your studies are funded, what impact will that make in your community? Here's an example. It will equip me with advanced knowledge and tools to respond more effectively to mental health issues. More importantly, it will give me the credibility and network needed to drive systematic change and advocacy in Botswana. This is just an example, but you can expand further and add how the scholarship will help you make an impact in your community. What challenges have you faced and how did you overcome them? You should be honest with your challenges. Don't try to find generic challenges. Just be honest, because you know uniqueness is what will make you stand out as a candidate. So find challenges that are unique to you, that you have experienced, and also how you overcome them. That shows resilience to scholarship committees. Here's an example. Growing up as an orphan was challenging emotionally and financially. However, I focused on my education, sought support, and used that experience to fuel my passion to help others. Volunteering gave me purpose and practical experience despite being unemployed after graduation. How do you demonstrate leadership and community involvement? You should be involved in community. You should have some kind of leadership experience so that you are able to explain during interviews how you demonstrate your leadership and community involvement. As an example, at university, I led Career Commons program, helping peers with job readiness. In my community, I volunteered at SOS with vulnerable children and helped organize mental health outreach through Lifeline. I believe leadership is about saving and making positive change. What would you do if you are not selected for the scholarship? Don't be negative. Don't be negative. You don't give a negative answer. You should be strategic with your response here. Of course, you can show disappointment, but be strategic with your response. I'll be disappointed but remain committed. I'll continue volunteering and apply again. This is a long term goal, and I believe persistence is key. In the meantime, I would explore alternative funding or part time study options. So you see that this is a positive response. These are just possible questions, they are not exhaustive. There are more questions that can be asked. If you can think of some questions, you can let me know in the comments and I'll help you with the response. Before the interview, research the scholarship, understand their goals and values. You should understand the scholarship very well, the scholarship that you have been awarded. Review your application materials, like I've already said. Know what you have written in your application as well as the documents that you have submitted. Practice with a friend or in front of a mirror. Prepare examples of your experiences and achievements. And then virtual interview, sometimes you may not do a face-to-face interview, it might be virtual. Test your tech. There's nothing worse like you attending your interview and you have poor connection, your microphone is not working, your camera is not working. Double check these things before your interview start. A day before will do, so that if you have any problems, you can sort them out. Have a professional setup, sit in a quiet, well-lit room with a tidy background. Look at the camera, don't be shy, don't look at yourself, look at the camera, so that this simulates eye contact and it shows that you are confident. And also you can have some notes nearby that you can just be quickly glancing over in case you forget something. And for in-person interview, you dress professionally because you are going to meet the interviewers in person. So you have to dress properly in a professional manner. Your body language, sit up straight, smile, and maintain good eye contact. There are flies, that's why I keep waving my hand. It's summer, there are flies. And then bring key documents, the documents that you have submitted, you can bring them along with you. Practice introductions, greet interviewers politely and confidently. Just show up confidently. Just remember what you have written, and then all you need is to explain it to the interviewers. All the best with your interview. If you need me to review your documents, please feel free to book through the link in the description. I'll be happy to review your documents and provide constructive feedback so that you can refine them before you submit. All the best with your interview.